Hello, hello. How's everybody today? Jupiter, are we live?
I think so. I'm just double checking in case.
Yes, we are.
There we go. We're live on YouTube, and I'm waiting on Crowdcast. Give me 1 second.
Let's see.
Here we go.
It tells me we are.
I'm gonna start this. Crowdcast still is not wanting to load. I'm gonna start the Facebook watch thing. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, okay. Crowdcast is live. There we go.
All right.
We're live. Oh, hold on.
Hello, everybody.
Hold on. That's my fault. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Got it. Okay.
Well, first of all, hola, everybody. My name is Federico Hernandez from Zavvy, and the Rum Lab and other projects. Today, I'm super excited to introduce Let's Get Tropical channel with Jupiter Jones and Georgie Radev. Jupiter is actually in Orlando. She's actually moving all the time, so we never know. That's why cell phones creative follow me or like that. And Georgie's in UK right now. He's super excited. He got the green light to open Lucky Cane. Lucky Cane actually has been operating in the drive-through basically, right? I've been seeing pictures.
Cocktails where we one side of the bar and puts a portable bar out there, and people just coming and grabbing a drink and go, which was really busy on Saturday. One of our biggest problems was actually kicking people away because you can't have a crowd, otherwise they.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And then
I wish it was legal here.
Is it not? No. And then we have Daniele. And then we have Daniele Dalla Pola, who's a really good friend. But I'm gonna leave you guys here. Have fun. Leave you in really good hands. It's a good presentation. There's a lot of great stories, right? That Daniele is gonna share. Daniele has amazing stories, and so it's a person that we all admire a lot. All right. Have fun, guys.
Bye, Fede.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, Fede. So, Georgie, I will say that we are allowed to do take-out cocktails, but pre-order, people can't pick it up and go. Nobody can stand or drinking. Also, our cocktail we made there. First time we started with 3 liter scotch, and then we did that with small barrel aged. But just people pick it up and go. That's it. There's no standing. Was against the law before. Imagine now. So
yeah,
you're not allowed to drink in the street or in the public place.
It's a tough one. So I just for everyone that is watching, I just wanted to say that it's an absolute pleasure to have that conversation today with Daniele. Me and Daniele, we've known each other for a long time. We all have the same goal. We've got our own bars, and we kind of like have a similar vision to Tiki and modern Tiki and how the bar is operating. It's all about the experience that you're getting in. We've got a similar vision. So for me, it's a pleasure to do that with you today, Daniele.
Thank you.
And Daniele has been traveling around the world teaching people about Tiki. He knows a lot about it, and it's got a lot of knowledge. So we decided to make it a little different format, which is going to be more about asking Daniele anything that you guys want to know about Tiki, and he will tell you what he thinks about it. So Jupiter, what we will be talking with, and we'll be asking you questions as well. But I will, our audience, normally we've got only in the end answers and questions and answers. I will ask all our audience if you guys want to know anything about Tiki and what is Daniele's vision or something that you always wanted to ask Daniele but never had the chance. Now is your chance. You can ask, and Jupiter will see the questions. she's better at it, and we'll just ask straight away. So, yeah. So what I want to ask you first is, because that is quite of a relevant question, Daniele, is you guys in Florida reopened kind of first, didn't you? In more or less.
We opened the 18th of May with a lot of restriction. I mean, the right way to open was with this restriction, because people are scared, so they want to be safe when they come to a place like ours. You know, you need to feel comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you don't want to go in a place that is too crowded or dirty. I say dirty. Now we need to have really high standard of hygiene. I mean, every restaurant should have it, regardless. But now you really say, well, it's gonna be a big change, because people, they're gonna used to clean, and the restaurant will be more cleaner than ever. And hold on a second. Can you move the other way, please?
Danny, you're at the bar right now, aren't you?
Yes, I am at the bar, and the shift starts. So I want to do it. I want to do it here because there's my home. Like for you guys, it's your bar, Georgie. Like I'm sure that it's good to be here anyway. I miss it.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, the most important thing is that we keep our patrons safe, and then with the social distancing, and we make sure they also follow the rules that they've been, like wearing the mask, wash their hands. We do our best to make them really comfortable.
I guess it's the moral thing to do as well, Daniele, because you don't really kind of like overcrowded. You don't want to be part of why Florida's cases are going up and things like this. And again, you were saying before that you might end up even in jail if you get caught twice.
Yes.
So you don't want to do that.
Okay, I want to talk about this just because maybe it can happen to you guys in the UK, or maybe it can happen to our people in us. So there is people, like I said, they're uncomfortable. Like they're gonna go out and then film everything happen, take a picture of uncomfortable situation, and then a restaurant and bar, they don't follow the rules. They're gonna pay a big price. They can face the manager, the owner, GM can feel 180 days in jail. If they catch you twice, you're gonna get 6 months closing. You're gonna have $100,000 fine. So that means basically, if you don't have big shoulder, you're done.
Yeah.
Close. The business finito, kaput. So I rather to make $100 less today than make every day.
Yeah.
And also people get sick. This is actually the most important thing. So us, we're gonna make less business, but people you're gonna get sick. That's why we have a peak in Florida, because many things like this happen. And the protests before, and now even if you go to the beach, is insane.
Yeah, and I guess you want to protect your staff as well, because if someone from your staff gets sick, then you have to close the venue for 2 weeks. So what are we looking at there? Tiki. Okay.
Yeah. So
What happened?
so Daniele sent us. I had a couple of slides, so I figured we could go through some of them for sure and see.
So I'm sorry, guys, but this slide is supposed to move.
Do you want them to rotate?
No. The fire is supposed to burn. Yeah, but I send you a PDF because actually, as I told you, it's the first time I do it with this program. I usually work with Zoom or other stuff, which is I'm very familiar. And then today it's going to be like the other one. It's not. So that's why last minute I did a PDF. So, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't need to see this flame burning. It's okay.
I think it looks nice. Okay.
So, Georgie, I want to tell you one thing. So, one of the things I see that really, really good response. Now we did a menu with QR codes. So people come, they're going to just scan with the camera. You don't need any app. Scan with the camera, open up. And what I do every day, I put soon you scan, there is a pop-up window that come out the special of the day. So on Saturday, we put a volcano ball. The volcano ball, soon you open the menu, and instead of $45 or $50, was like 45 or 40, I don't remember exactly. But was the day we sold most volcano balls since we opened.
Wow.
So not since we reopened, since we opened. Was a very busy day, going in and out with the trolley, do the show and stuff was amazing because in fact, to having digital menu every day, you can pull up some cool design and idea.
You want. Yeah, that makes sense. And plus, you can like when people have a digital menu, I guess they don't spend that much time to look at it, and then like whatever pops there as an offer, you like, I'll have that.
Exactly, it's very good, and then you can also promote with brands. In our case, is great because you do every day different brand, different cocktails, whatever you want to do. You have a special. We pop up the food menu now. And it's really cool. So people love it. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Thanks for that. Yeah, makes perfect sense. And that could be a future. Anyway, even if we get back to normal, that could be a future for now.
Georgie, I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it like this because you don't have to worry about the printing, the dirty menu. You just need to be a little bit, I've got some cool idea of where to the QR, but actually it's super cool. Yes, I like it. Yes. So anyway,
maybe just one for if the some guy comes that doesn't have a smartphone.
Yeah, that's what happened. No, we have there is this girl that she didn't have any more how you call it storage on the phone. He can't even open the camera.
Oh wow.
So at that point I say, all right, no problem. We have some printing menu, and then it's one use only with the made in color anyway, and then you throw it away. Or you can give you can have a backup of a couple of iPads like we have now. A couple of iPads, it doesn't ever give it iPads.
Yeah, fine. I'm gonna steal you for a second. I'm gonna move us forward because I want you to talk about what you're doing in the bar, because the way that you have taken tiki and tropical is, especially for the Miami area, is a completely different experience from most places. And I want you to highlight that and talk about what you're doing within your craft.
Okay, so like Georgie did introduction before, it's very easy to understand. We been in this business first, in the cocktail business, in the bar business forever. Personally, this year is gonna be my 32 years in the business. I'm 50, and I started working at 17 actually. I started working at 17, and so it's maybe even more. And in Italy, was not tropical at all by then. But for some reason, for me, the word cocktail was always something colorful, or always something exotic, or something. I never saw like a Negroni, even if it's one of my favorite cocktails. Like let's put it this way. When I do a presentation, it can be like even 40 people or 300 people, like, happen maybe in some place. One of the things I ask is, close your eyes. Imagine yourself with a cocktail in your hands. Where are you? Where you at? And nobody ever told me I have in Manhattan, in London, Piccadilly somewhere, or in Paris somewhere, or in a fancy restaurant. 95% of the people, they say, I have a pina colada, I'm in some beach, or I have a Mai Tai, I'm in Hawaii. So I just say, you have a cocktail in your hands. Of course, they come to our classes where you're going to expect it. But truth, just ask anybody, even my mama. Ask my mama. My mama will say the pina colada at the beach. That's very easy. So, but anyway, and little by little, I have a picture of me. I was around, maybe I was 20, maybe earlier, in this bar, classic Italian bar, where you make cafe, cappuccino, this kind of bar. You have a breakfast, you have aperitivo after, and then you got some cocktail hour right there. But I have a picture of me with a pineapple in the hands, already all around. And then I don't remember how I did it, because I don't remember to have that, the machine back then. But and I always remember that one of the drink I used to serve some Valentine's Day was empty pineapple with 2 straws for the couples. We're talking about 20, 30 years ago. It was a lot. And then I came to Miami. I came to Miami in the 90s, middle of 90s. And Miami wasn't Tiki at all. And I went to visit my guy, of course. Mm-hmm. I went to... but I got this idea of tropical cocktail all the way. So Miami made the difference. Of course, the cocktail, if you imagine in the 90s in Miami, the drinks was very bad. I remember that I used to work in this place, and then I was making a proper pina colada. People send it back. Even I remember margarita, send it back, because I used to use like a fresh lime. I used to make the Catila margarita, I call it back then, was with a little bit of Grand Marnier as well, and kind of not even frozen. Now we call it slushy, and they don't like it because they used to drink a lot of margarita pounder mix, and the garnish was just onion with the pepper inside. Onion with the bell pepper inside, was a piece of lime, lemon. And that's it. I know you have the plastic cherries. So when I went to this bar, after a week, they say, I think this is not your bar. Because what you want, people don't understand what you want to do. So I say, okay, no problem. But so we love to have you here. So I say, you know what? I'm fine. I'm going to be at the door. So I become a host. So at the end, from the bar, I went to run the restaurant. It was really fun too. I learned a lot of things. And
tell me about New Lounge.
So after all the experience in Miami, I opened a bar here with my partner, which is still my partner here in Miami, in Esotico, Graziano, and I went back to Italy, but instead to go back to Milan, where I come from, I went to Bologna. So Bologna is the culinary capital of Italy. So, and with all this new trendy food, the people was traveling there for food. Now more than before, no now, like before COVID. And I opened New Lounge Bar. Now it's been open for 19 years.
Wow.
19. It's yes. Next year will be, 19 years. And after all the years in Miami, of course, I came back and then I give a New Lounge this kind of, was not a tiki bar, it was a vodka bar when I opened. So it was very funny because the most popular spirit in the 2001 in US was vodka. Just the tequila, premium tequila was coming out, like was the premium brand, the premium spirit was about to be launched everywhere. And I remember that I was going in and out from Miami and back to Bologna, and I was bringing bottle of Grey Goose, bottle of Belvedere that in Italy was nobody knew about it because was in Italy we had Smirnoff, Absolute, and Stolichnaya and Moskovskaya as a vodka, you know, maybe some other things, but yeah, it was really, 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 even rum, we had a lot of rum, and then not tequila at all, only the worst. So I started bringing over this stuff, and then also my ex-wife, she used to work in a fashion business, which is a Monday, she used to get a lot of clients for Russia because it was like pret-a-porter, you know, those kind of, how you call it in English? Like, those, was not Zara back then, was not H&M, you know, all the store they have like, they was just copying the big brands, you know?
Okay, yeah, I got you.
And make it like affordable to everyone. And she was like one of those lady that was designer, also selling this kind of clothing. And then every week they got Russian people coming on Monday to order and ship it by Friday. You know, this was a big business. And still in Bologna, not now, but still a small city outside Bologna, is all about this. It's all about, so it's crazy. So, and then they used to bring her a bottle of vodkas. And then as soon as I saw that, I said, please, let's bring more. So I remember the bar, 7 meters of bar in New Lounge was full of vodka and ice block. And in 2002, I started to infuse vodka with pineapple, with ginger, with passion fruits, with this stuff. And then, I used to make like all this kind of vodka sour with flavored with fresh infusion and make it a little bit tropical and stuff. And then we brought the Cosmopolitan to Italy. We brought the Sex on the Beach, the Dirty Martini. Nobody knew what it was, a Dirty Martini. And then year after year, I travel after travel and changing menu constantly, and then always having a big section of pina colada. I have one full page of coladas. I remember I used to make, I'm ashamed of that, but I used to make the Baileys colada too. I used to make the amaretto colada with the Saronno. I used to make like all the Pina coffee colada, of course. And back then was not even real. I used to buy Nattis because Lopez was not available. Nattis was really good coconut cream too, and fresh pineapple. And I was making a great pina colada. I remember that I used to garnish with, I used to put two pineapple veg and spray on top whipped cream, both sides, and put the 2 cherries and the pineapple leaves, so it was looking like a rabbit. Was taking more time to do the garnish. It was really fun. Actually, maybe, you know what, remember me, I'm going to do it here. I'm going to do it at the end. It's going to be fun.
We're not doing the penis colada, we're doing the sexy colada, right?
We're going to do the sexy colada with the 1990s garnish.
Little bunny.
Okay, like that. So,
yeah.
Daniele, was it all the time, or did you change the name?
What?
Was it called the bar New Lounge when it was New Lounge? No.
It was New Lounge always. And around 2010, after I think was Tell Us the Cocktail, I started traveling to also see what's going on in bars. And then I heard about Tell Us the Cocktail like 10 years ago. So, okay, let's see what's going on. And then I was coming to Miami. It was less, but New York. And other part, I went to Singapore. I was looking around bar scene. I used to go to a restaurant as well, see some mixology coming. And then after the traveling and taste the cocktail, was like, okay, I think it's time to change. I think it's time to do something that I like most. And then I decided to get rid of a lot of cocktails. And the good things, I was traveling to Hawaii often, and then I got a lot of things from Miami. So I like Florida Tiki, it's good. Also Florida stuff are cool for a Tiki bar. So I still start bringing stuff to the bar and hanging out here and there. And then I start to go to places and buy, order online and custom made. In a few years later, the bar was full of things. And my partner, they didn't even realize it. They become a Tiki bar. My partner didn't even realize that from 47 vodka we had in the menu, after 2011 was just one.
Wow.
And then rum became, we were already like 30 rum already back then. We always had a good selection of rum. And till before I left Luna, I still own it, share, but since physically I don't go there, the last time the count of rum was around 300. George, you came there, so you saw it. The thing is, when people come, they want for Cosmopolitan, and you don't have to say no. You say, look, ma'am, I would love to give you something that if you don't like it, you're not going to pay. But let me tell you, it's made with passion fruit and agave. Agave, we don't make cocktail with sugar here. It's wow! Especially a lady, you say, there's no sugar. That means the fruit of love, a little bit of life. And then you bring it over. Don't ever tell there is rum inside. Don't tell it. Because they're going to say rum is
sugar. It's not. It's sugar.
No, it's sugar. No, rum, no, tequila, no, whatever. So you just bring it over. And that was the dance pitch that we talk about. And then we bring it over and say, I love it. I love it. Ma'am, there are 2 rums inside. No, I don't believe you. Come on. Yes. All right. So, and every day, little bit, need education. And when people come and ask for Long Island, I say, look, I don't make Long Island. Not because I don't want, because I can give you something better for the same amount of money. And then it was the zombie. It was the fog cutter. Something different, of course. And then, everything went smooth